This one not there. I said no, if you want. Right, let's do it, must be okay. Yeah. Give it. It's not legal points around here. And it's a semi-final. But I don't know why it's pushing to the fence. That's too close. Fellas, just run maybe.
The other mighty Avengers right here! Semifinals number 2!
No, I don't know that myself that you know my friend of what
Select and listen to solo! FC. Por coração com Roma. E de último, tonight. Yes, one, two. Let's go fast, go home. Keep losing home tonight, sir.
Good evening and welcome to the indoor facility in Stock Farm. We're there, we're seeing a nice atmosphere tonight. I am there with Jordan Luke and we're there to give you the semi-final match tonight between DFFC and Doit Center Mighty Avengers. What an atmosphere we're in the Football Association semi-final, game number 1. We're not too sure what game number 2 has yet, but for sure, Jordan, I want to say present. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Delvin. Good evening to all the viewers who are tuned in right now. It's a pleasure to have you. We're in for a very good game. Two of the better teams of the first division in the 2024 season, and I think it speaks volumes that both made it to the semi-finals. And I'm expecting a very interesting game.
Very interesting game. Both teams have made it through to the semi-final, and they're there tonight and looking for opportunity to go to make it to the finals. As a matter of fact, if they make the finals, there's a great opportunity that they can get a chance to go up to the Premier League of the Dominican Football Association.
Yes, very correct. And I do believe that whichever team from this game comes off as the winner, whether they win the first division or they have to play in the promotion playoff,
the playoff match,
I think they will give that team they have to face, whether it be Baffin State, Point Michel, or possibly East Central, because of the way the points are flowing, a very hard time.
Well, we can tell you for sure that Baffin State and Point Michel is the two teams way down in the bottom of the table. And for those two teams, they're really fighting it up. So by the next week, they'll be fighting up to find out exactly who call it 9th and who call it 10th. But both of them will be also have to be in action, because the 9th and the 10th place team have to play a match. It's still up in the Premier League. So it's very tough for them.
Yes. There's quite a bit of football. Not a lot, but a bit of very important matches to be played. The 3rd place is also up for grabs. The 10th and the 9th place are also up for grabs. And based on where the teams finish, there will be an improvement on their prize money. So I think it's very important that all teams, especially in the Premier Division, and these teams here, give their best, because it could determine how your team shapes up next season.
Yes, Jordan, and not only that, Jordan, but two teams from the first division can find themselves in the Premier League, whereas two of the Premier League teams can find themselves in the first division. So that's how ticklish it is so far.
Oh yes. And I think it will only be great for Dominica's football in 2025 if both of these first division teams do make it up to the Premier League with the both finalists of the first division this year. And the reason being, it would expose the players in the first division to a higher quality of football, which would only make our football better.
And if you realize that Point Michel, DFFC is from Point Michel, and Point Michel already have a premier team in the Football Association, they're struggling, and so many players from Point Michel, they even have a team that are looking to go up to the Premier League of the Dominican Football Association. So in case that happens, Jordan, are they going to combine or as make one solid team in Point Michel, or they keep to it?
Well, I think the reason why DS was formed is because there was a difference in philosophy between the factions of the Petro-Caribe Point Michel team. And I think if we have enough players that we can form two teams, there is no reason to disagree when we can just form our own way, go our own way. We have our coach, we have the backup to make it happen, and it's good. I think it's good that the community develop football to the level where they could afford to have two teams. And I mean afford, because if a second team is coming to the Premier League, let's say Point Michel finish 9th and they actually beat, let's say the winner of the other game, and DS wins the first division, then we'll have two teams from Point Michel in the Premier. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So there's still a lot of grabs in terms of the ball. I've already know that you are the champions of the Premier League.
Yes.
But these two positions between Baffin and Point Michel down in that corner there, and those first division teams fighting to go up to the Premier League. There's a lot of football to be played.
Yes, a lot of good football, because the level this season, I must say, especially in the first division, because this is the first division match, and the first division, the level of it has been very, very good this year compared to previous years. We did not see as much bang football as we call it sometimes, where the teams just keep the ball in the air, kicking the ball down the field and never really controlling the game. I think teams like Mighty Avengers have done a good job of actually trying to develop a philosophy. I think even talking to the head coach, one of the issues he had with one of his younger players, he had to tell him, when you go to school, you have to break it back. You're not playing with us, so you have to control what you do. So again, the development of football is good for everyone.
And we can tell you tonight, Mighty Avengers, the starting lineup is Kimani George, Kiande George, and that's the goalkeeper. You have Jumari, you have Dwighton, you have Enoch, you have Jaim, you have Apak, you have Jeron, you have Ovin, Brady, Gillon, and Nylon. And these are the players that will be starting off for the mighty Avengers. And the reserve players, we have Denzel, Isa, Jack, Stefan, Leon, Bowo, Rakim, and Murphy. And for the Port Michel team, DFC for Port Michel.
The DSC for DSFC, there is Delton Darimple, that's the goalkeeper, Raul John Baptiste, Blake Serra, Al Alexander, Gray John Baptiste, Akim Charles, Jante Kazimi, Nichols Kazimi, Rahim Reno, Shane Parilo, Jahim Gregoire, and Dante Williams. Shem Deluche, starting lineup for DSFC.
You have been watching a lot of the first division, and so for tonight, what are the key players for these two teams?
For DS, Jante Kazimi, definitely. I think the back line of Daly Graham and I can't seem to remember the name of the other centre back, Rasta. It's just slipping me now. But they have the defensive line. They were very strong against Irish and are very important. Jante is the captain and he leads from the front. He was actually, again, one of the promising young players from the Petro Caribbean Point Michel team. If he was still on that team, he would be one of those who will be starting in the Premier League. So the quality is there. For the DS, Kamande is a very important player because Kamande, whilst he may be short for a goalkeeper, he is very good with his feet and his distribution. Very calm, very composed, and allows them to truly build up, and not just build up but maintain possession from the back. The centre defensive midfielder, we call him Puel, but I cannot remember his first name, but tall, lanky midfielder, you can't miss him in the game. Always present, always on the ball. That's another big performer. Their winger, Nyron is another key player on the team. Nyron creates a lot of opportunities for them. He scored a beautiful goal in their last playoff game, and hopefully he will be looking to continue that form. So both teams have their key players, and it will be a very good match here.
Yeah, and as you know that tomorrow also we have more football action there. We have the President Cup finals tomorrow between Jubla and United, and also the football match between Ireland and Surgical Southfield. And the atmosphere for football this weekend is very big. But as you know that the other first division match will be played some other time and so on because of some information. But we'll let the viewers know what we are there tonight to witness DFC and Mighty Avengers. And the referee can tell you tonight because I sure you saw the referee, and the referee's Matthew was for sure.
Yes, and I think Matthew does a very good game, very good job in these types of games. He allows the players to play, but he also keeps a very strong control of what is happening on the field. I think that's something that we need to understand, that a foul you may get in a regular season game, you cannot try to get them fouls in a playoff game. You know, we're playing for a trophy, we're playing for prize money, we're playing for promotion. So tempers, feelings, emotions, anxiety is going to be referee Walsh does a very good job of letting the game flow.
So you have to be on top of this game tonight and so on, because that will give the players a level of confidence to play football. Good officiating will create a good football match and so on, and we just hope that can happen tonight. We are also free to see the Jamaica Football Association for bringing the semi-final match.
Favorites, but I expect them to be one of the teams. Again, why I made that statement apart to the lack of people that are here. I do see the DS support is out in numbers. That's the biggest group up to the north, the left hand top side, on the left side, the top. That is where the DS support is usually found. The mighty Avengers support is usually on the complete opposite side, on the side of the stands, on the bottom right hand side. So it'll be interesting to hear how the fans respond to the game. Like, again, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be very intense, very dynamic, and I just hope that we enjoy the game as is.
And you can see both teams looking pretty confident, and we can tell the viewers and the spectators, if the game ends up in a draw tonight, we have to inform the people that there have to be extra time of penalty kicks, because we know they look, that match is very crucial to them, and I can imagine a team going down tonight, somebody will be crying at the end of it. Somebody must go down tonight for sure.
Yes, there has to be a loser, and that's the sad part about sports, but also the good part, because you can only blame yourself if you do not get to the level which you wish to attain. You understand? If you put in the work, you put in the effort, you plan.